Tribal Review starts in 5, 4.
Hey everybody, welcome to Tribal Review. The administration started Fort Support Week these past few days. We'll have more details coming up on the show.
Also on the broadcast, we'll find out more about the All Metro Art Awards. All this and more coming up on Tribal Review.
Hey Fort Osage High School, I'm Kelsey Stobart. December is Safe Toys and Gifts Month, so make sure any gift or toy you give to a loved one is safe.
And I'm Mackenzie Hirschman. Today is Thursday, December 14th, 2017, and here are your top news stories.
Starting on Monday, December 11th, Fort Osage administrators began Fort Support Week. On Monday, students wrote a positive message on poster paper in the cafeteria during their lunch shifts. Those pieces of paper were then hung throughout the building. Tuesday was Semicolon Day, where students and staff wore green to show unity in support of suicide prevention and mental health awareness. Students were also encouraged to create care partners. Wednesday, the school celebrated our differences. Students introduced themselves to someone new. The cafeteria provided various types of cultural foods for students to experience during all lunch shifts. Everyone is encouraged to participate to help create a positive learning environment at our school.
Amber Lee and Mason Dowdy recently won awards at the All Metro Art Show. Lee won second place for her 3D piece depicting a tree house, and Dowdy won honorable mention for his 2D piece of a fire truck. There was 28 participating schools from Missouri and Kansas. Their work, along with other Fort Osage students' artwork, is on display through December 13th at the Tim Murphy Gallery in Merriam, Kansas.
Coming up next, we'll find out about the new speech pathologist.
We'll be right back after these messages.
Sometimes all it takes is saying something to brighten someone's day.
Welcome back. Speech pathology is a field that deals with treating communication disorders.
The school district hired Miss Amy Hofstetter as the new speech pathologist for the high school, and Julia Peters met with her to find out how she is settling in.
All right, Ryan, let's do this one.
This is Mrs. Hofstetter's first year as a speech pathologist in a school district. Mrs. Hofstetter transitioned from healthcare to education this year.
All right. I enjoy the students a lot here. I have felt very welcome from the staff. And my job here looks a little different than my job did in healthcare. But I'm really enjoying it. And like I said, I feel like it's home here. So, you know, all of those things.
Mrs. Hofstetter is from University of Central Missouri, but says most things come from on-the-job experience. Dakota Barrett feels she's a good resource.
My favorite thing about Mrs. Hofstetter is that she understands me, like she knows what I've been through, and she helps me get through that pain of what I've been through.
Mrs. Hofstetter has 3 daughters and 4 grandchildren. Bailey Hall thinks her class is very helpful.
Yellow as
get to learn, like, do speech stuff, S words, and stuff like that.
Mrs. Hofstetter has over 30 years of experience. Reporting for Tribal Review, I'm Julia Peters.
Thanks, Julia. When we come back, we'll have more school news for you and our weekly weather report.
Toscanos is the best place to get an upscale Italian dining experience with a hometown feel. Start out with enjoying delicious warm bread while the cooks prepare your entree to be served to you fresh. Toscanos offers a vast menu of pizzas, pastas, salads, and more. They offer carryout and can cater to any event. Let Kirk and John give you a taste of Little Italy at Toscanos, located at 312 South Hudson Street in Buckner.
Welcome back. Debaters Gabe Cribbs and Jakai Haynes earned 4th place in Novice Public Policy Debate at the Raytown Novice Tournament on December 8th and 9th. On the speech side of the tournament, Leilani Pesci advanced to semifinals in prose and poetry.
The A, B, and C Varsity Scholar Bowl teams all competed at the Missouri Quiz Bowl Association Fall Tournament in Columbia on December 9th. The A team went 5-8 on the day and 5th overall. The B team went 3-7 on the day, and C team finished 1-9 for the day. Dexter Wickham earned all tournament honors for finishing as the 6th highest scorer in the prelims. Now it's time for today's weather report with Tony Rios. What's Christmas looking like?
We'll get there in a moment, Kelsey. Now here's your weather forecast brought to you by the MSN Weather app. Today's forecast will be 39 degrees and cloudy, and the low today will be 29 degrees. And let's look at your national satellite. As you can see, it's a bit foggy and cloudy in North America this time of the year. And let's look at your radar. And as you can see, it's a bit like icy here in the Michigan and Great Lake area. And we're in the clear in Missouri for break. As you can see, there's no icy storms coming our way. Now let's look at our weekend forecast. It's going to be 42 degrees on Friday and 55 degrees on Saturday and 44 degrees on Sunday. So it's going to kind of warm back up and then cool back down. The forecast for Christmas Eve and Christmas Day do not look promising for snow. So for all of you looking forward to a white Christmas, don't get your hopes up too high. The low for Christmas Eve is expected to be around 20 degrees with the high just above freezing at 34. Only at 30% chance of snow is expected. Christmas Day looks to hold the same forecast, so bundle up for the cold, but you probably will not need your sleigh and reindeer. I'm Tony Rios, wishing all of you a happy holiday. When we come back, we'll have more stories in the Indian Sports Report.
Welcome back. The Call of Duty video game franchise has captivated gamers for years.
Sean Miles and Nevada Lee offered this review of the latest edition of the series Call of Duty World War II.
Call of Duty World War II was released worldwide November 3rd. The game was released for PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC. The game was developed by the Sledgehammer Games crew and published by Activision. The game includes 3 modes returning from their previous games: War Mode, Divisions, and Nazi Zombies. Divisions features a new Headquarters mode. Players can get together and open loot boxes to test weapons.
We like many things about the game, including the cinematics, variety of choices that can be made, and the different characters that can be played. The game includes options to choose weapons, characters, male and female, outfits, and more. The only thing we didn't like is it's too expensive. We don't like also that the PC version is more difficult to play rather than console.
This game was rated 8 out of 10 on IGN reviews. We prefer playing this on PlayStation 4. This game is rated mature for players 17 and up. You can buy the game for $49.99 at most retail stores. We recommend this game for anyone who enjoys first-person shooters.
Call of Duty World War II made $500 million in its launch weekend and sold 1.8 million copies in the first week of release. For Sean Miles, I'm Nevada Lee reporting for Tribal Review.
Thanks, Sean and Nevada. Cameron Keene joins us now with the Indian Sports Report.
Thanks, Kelsey. I'll have the past week's winter sports results coming up after these messages.
Come to the Tribal Perk located in the Commons concession stands. Drinks are made fresh and only cost 50 cents to $1.50. Get any flavor from caramel, mocha, and vanilla, and add whipped cream to any drink for free. Come to the Tribal Perk from 7:05 to 7:30 before school starts every morning.
Hey everybody, I'm Cameron Keene with today's sports report. The girls varsity basketball team beat the Platte County Pirates 54-53 on December 7th. The game was a nail-biter until the end, but Rachel Button drained a bucket that gave the Indians the 1-point lead within the final minute. And Kylie Flowers came up with the huge defensive steal to secure the Indians the win with 4.2 seconds left. The girls then traveled to William Chrisman to take on the Bears on Monday, December 10th. The team battled and played hard, but came up short. The Bears narrowly defeated the Indians 46-44. This loss, along with the win against Platte County, gives the team an even record of 5-5 on the season. The boys varsity basketball team lost to Belton on Thursday, December 6th, 62-72. Nick Dye led the team with 21 points, and Des Griswold followed with 17 points of their own for the Indians. I'll be right back in just a moment after these messages.
Big Frog Custom T-shirts and more is the perfect place to celebrate your style. Visit the store to choose from thousands of designs to get digitally printed on shirts, hoodies, jerseys, and more. You can get apparel for your friends, family, clubs, and businesses. There are no setup or design fees and no minimums, so you can get as little or as many shirts as you want. Custom print your apparel and more at Big Frog, located at 2100 East Jackson Drive, Suite D in Independence.
Welcome back. The boys basketball team was in action last night, hosting the Bulldogs of Kearney. The Indians lost 62-48, and Xavier Kahube leading the team with 10 points. Des Griswold and Jared Larson each added 7 points to help the team. The Indians wrestling team took part in the Shawnee Mission Northwest Invitational on Saturday, December 9th. AJ Sanchez placed 4th in the 132 weight class. Roman Tinoco took 3rd in his 138 class. Joshua Reek received 4th in the 152 division, and Lee Rodriguez competed in the 145 class, taking 3rd. Ikani Tuino also took 2nd in the 235 weight class for the Indians. I'll have your Indian sports calendar after these messages.
Culver's has been delighting guests one meal at a time. Choose from a variety of fresh, great-tasting foods and custards to be prepared by their friendly staff. Let Culver's welcome you to deliciousness. As Craig Culver has said, every guest who chooses Culver's leaves happy.
Welcome back. Coming up on your Indian sports calendar, on Thursday, December 14th, the girls varsity basketball team will face Excelsior Springs at home starting at 7 p.m., broadcasted on the NFHS network. The varsity wrestling team then heads to Raytown South High School on Friday, December 15th, with matches starting at 4 p.m. Also, the boys varsity basketball team travels to North Kansas City to face the Hornets at 7 p.m. Saturday, December 16th. The boys varsity team will then return to Raytown South with matches starting at 8 a.m. The girls varsity basketball team returns home to take on Park Hill at 7 p.m. on Monday, December 18th. The boys varsity wrestling team hosts the Independence Championships at Osage Trail Middle School at 6 p.m. on Tuesday, December 19th. And the boys varsity basketball team returns home to take on the Platte County Pirates, also on Tuesday, December 19th. KFOI Sports will be bringing you live coverage of the girls varsity game on December 14th against Excelsior Springs and the Independence City Wrestling Championships on December 19th. Log into NFHSnetwork.com to catch these pay-per-view events. That's it for your Indian sports calendar. I'm Cameron King.
Thanks, Cameron. Miss Manessa's first and second period Crafts 2 classes wrapped up a project called Rubbish or Relics. Art students were given recycled products like packaging materials, food boxes, and other materials that might otherwise be discarded as trash. They then repurposed the products into clothing. The classes had a red carpet event on December 12th. Each member of the class was able to parade in a makeshift red carpet and display their apparel, and then were interviewed by broadcasting students who practiced their interviewing skills.
The library is promoting the 2017-18 Gateway Reader Award program. The purpose of the Gateway Readers Award is to promote literature, literacy, and reading in Missouri high schools. Each year, Missouri students in grades 9 through 12 vote for their favorite book from a list of nominated titles. This year, you can choose from 15 titles, including The Raging Light by Estelle Lohr, A Madness So Discreet by Mindy McGinnis, and Extraordinary Means by Robin Schreiner. For a complete list, visit the Library Media Center before the break so you have some holiday reading.
Now it's time for this week's Tom Tom Talk with Mackenzie Moore.
She wanted to find out your Christmas traditions.
People celebrate Christmas in different ways. I went around the school to find out how you celebrate Christmas.
So my parents will hide Christmas presents around the house, and me and my brother, my adopted brother, we have to go find them.
Well, traditionally, Christmas Eve is much bigger for Mexican culture. So we get together with all of our family the day before or the day of. We will make 10 to 15 pounds of tamales, and we'll have rice and beans and all the stuff that goes with it.
My main tradition would be to probably open one gift the night before with my family, kind of lounge around on Christmas Day, cook some good food, and that's about it.
We do like a white elephant party and we visit family. On Christmas, obviously we wake up and open presents. And then usually about 5 minutes after we open presents, my mom takes everything down, all the trees.
My Christmas tradition is just hanging out with my family and watching the movie A Christmas Story over and over again.
So my mom and my dad's side, all of us get together at my parents in Raymore, and so we have my grandparents on both sides. My brother comes home from college, and we actually celebrate Christmas on Christmas Eve.
For Christmas traditions, I have family over to my house every year, and sometimes I go over to my cousin's house to watch Christmas movie sometimes.
What I do for Christmas traditions is we usually just have a big dinner and we open presents.
So my Christmas traditions with my family is usually, it varies. So like one year we'll have Christmas at like 9, 10 in the morning, and then like we'll go over to my grandpa's house, we'll open our gifts, and then we'll like eat some dinner and whatnot else, and then we'll all just go back home for a couple of hours, and then we do this white elephant thing.
My Christmas traditions is that my family comes over to my house and we'll eat dinner and watch a couple of football games on Christmas Eve and open up presents the next day. Reporting for Tribal Review, I'm Mackenzie Moore.
Thanks, Mackenzie. On this day in history in 1985, Wilma Mankiller became the first woman to lead a major American Indian tribe as she took office as principal chief of the Cherokee Nation of Oklahoma.
The ACT word of the day is ravish, which means cheaply, vulgar in appearance, or disreputable.
Well, that's it this week on Tribal Review. I'm Kelsey Stobart.
And I'm Mackenzie Hirschman. We'll see you in January after the winter break.
And happy holidays, everyone.